Imagine this. You're a kid and you get a chocolate egg. But it's not just any chocolate. It has a hidden surprise inside. You break it open, and there's a tiny yellow capsule inside. A toy, a puzzle, maybe even a miniature car that, my friends, is the magic of Kinder Surprise. Every year, 3 billion Kinder Surprise eggs are sold worldwide. But how are they made? Today we take you inside Ferrero's factory to see exactly how this chocolate favorite comes to life. Kinder Surprise was created in 1974 by Michel Ferrero, inspired by Italy's tradition of Easter eggs with hidden surprises inside. He wanted to bring that excitement to children year-round. The idea was simple but brilliant. Combine delicious chocolate with a toy surprise. The result? A treat that became an instant favorite worldwide. Each Kinder Surprise egg has a milk chocolate outer layer and a smooth white chocolate interior. Inside, a bright yellow capsule holds a tiny toy. Fun fact, the yellow color was intentionally chosen to resemble a real egg yolk. After its launch, Kinder Surprise quickly became a hit across Europe, starting in France and spreading worldwide. However, in the US, the product faced a major hurdle due to FDA regulations prohibiting non-edible items inside food. Kinder Surprise was banned. In response, the company launched an alternative called Kinder Joy, in which the toy is separated from the chocolate, thus complying with US laws. Today, Kinder Surprise is much more than a sweet treat. It is a symbol of creativity, tradition, and joy, marking generations with its unique combination of taste and excitement. But how is this delicious chocolate egg produced? The production of Kinder Surprise chocolate eggs begins with the selection and acquisition of high-quality ingredients. Cocoa beans are sourced from cacao trees grown in tropical regions, primarily in West Africa, such as Côte d'Ivoire and Ghana. Farmers harvest the ripe pods by hand, open them, and extract the seeds surrounded by pulp. Over 7 days, the pulp breaks down and the beans undergo fermentation. This process develops the precursors of the characteristic cocoa flavor. After fermentation, the beans are sun-dried for 10 days, reducing their moisture content and making them easier to store and transport. The dried beans are then sent to factories, where they are carefully cleaned to remove impurities such as dust and stones. Next, they are stored under controlled conditions until they are ready for use. The milk used comes from dairy farms that adhere to strict quality and sustainability standards. To ensure a longer shelf life and better integration with other ingredients, the milk undergoes a drying process. First, it is pasteurized to eliminate bacteria. Then, it is subjected to spray drying, where liquid milk is sprayed into a chamber of hot air, turning it into powdered milk. The powdered milk is hermetically packed and stored under specific conditions to maintain its freshness and quality. Sugar is obtained from sugar cane grown in tropical climates. The sugar cane stalks are crushed to extract the juice. The extracted juice is filtered, purified, and crystallized to produce refined sugar. The sugar is then bleached and purified to ensure a fine texture and neutral taste, making it ideal for blending with the other ingredients. The refined sugar is transported to the factory and stored in silos until it is used in production. Once all the ingredients arrive at the factory, the production process begins. During the processing of cocoa beans, cocoa mass is obtained. The cocoa mass is pressed to separate its main components. Cocoa butter, a natural fat used to give chocolate its creamy texture, and cocoa powder, which contributes to the flavor and color of the chocolate. The cocoa butter is filtered and purified to remove any impurities. Once the cocoa butter is obtained, the ingredients are mixed. Powdered milk, sugar, and soy lecithin are weighed and combined in precise proportions to create the egg's 2 characteristic layers. The outer milk chocolate layer, which balances cocoa and sweetness, and the inner white chocolate layer, which has a creamier and sweeter taste. These ingredients are blended in large rotating containers at controlled temperatures, ensuring a homogeneous integration of all components. The initial mixture then passes through a set of steel rollers that compress it and reduce the solid particles to microscopic sizes, typically smaller than 20 micrometers. This process ensures that the chocolate has a smooth texture and does not feel grainy on the palate. Conching is a key step in producing high-quality chocolate. It takes place in large machines called conches, where the chocolate mixture is continuously stirred under heat. During this process, bitter and volatile compounds are removed, resulting in a more balanced and smooth flavor. The chocolate acquires a creamy and uniform consistency. Next, the chocolate undergoes a process called tempering. This controlled cooling and heating process stabilizes the cocoa butter crystals, essential for achieving a glossy finish and firm texture that does not melt easily. Once tempered, the chocolate is stored in tanks at a temperature of 30 degrees Celsius to maintain its fluidity and quality until it is used in the egg molding process. During this stage, it is continuously stirred to prevent clumping. The temperature and viscosity are monitored to ensure the chocolate is ready for the next step. The result of this process is high-quality chocolate, ready to be molded into the signature shape of Kinder eggs. The molds used to shape the eggs are made of plastic and have the distinctive Kinder egg form. They are then thoroughly cleaned and sterilized to ensure hygiene and prevent contamination. The molds are slightly preheated so that the chocolate flows properly and adheres correctly. Once the molds are prepared, it is time to fill them with the delicious chocolate. The pre-tempered milk chocolate is poured into the molds through dosing nozzles. The molds are placed in a rotating machine that spins them in all directions. This movement ensures that the chocolate evenly coats the inner walls of the mold, forming a thin and uniform layer. The molds then pass along a conveyor belt into a cooling tunnel. Here, the chocolate is cooled to a specific temperature, allowing the outer layer to harden enough to support the next layer. Once the milk chocolate layer has solidified, a thinner layer of white chocolate is poured inside the molds. The molds are rotated again to ensure the white chocolate evenly coats the interior of the milk chocolate layer. Each Kinder egg includes a yellow plastic capsule that contains the surprise toy. These capsules are manufactured and assembled on a separate production line where the toys are carefully inserted. The capsules undergo strict quality controls to ensure their safety. Next, the capsules are automatically positioned at the center of one half of the egg. The two egg halves, one containing the capsule and the other without, are precisely aligned using high-precision machines. The halves are joined by applying slight pressure and a bit of heat so that the chocolate acts as a natural adhesive. This step ensures that the egg is completely sealed and that the surprise capsule remains secure inside. The fully assembled eggs go through automatic and manual inspections to verify that the halves are properly aligned and the seal is perfect. The result of this process is fully formed Kinder eggs, ready for the packaging stage. Each Kinder surprise egg is individually wrapped in a thin aluminum foil, specially designed to prevent exposure to light and moisture, preserving the chocolate's freshness. The aluminum foils are cut to specific sizes and applied by automated machines that wrap each egg and seal the packaging. Using pressure and heat, sensors and cameras verify that all eggs are correctly wrapped and that the design is legible and uniform. Kinder surprise eggs reach consumers in perfect condition, featuring an attractive design,